Several years ago, Oksana and Herman promised to spend the rest of their lives together. Herman, a determined and ambitious entrepreneur, was making steady progress in his business. With his encouragement, Oksana was finally able to dive fully into her lifelong passion for fashion design. Herman surprised her with a sewing machine and a dedicated workspace, thoughtful gifts that quickly became her creative sanctuary. She poured herself into making garments, starting with personal projects. Soon, friends and acquaintances began requesting custom pieces, and their encouragement pushed her to keep going. Herman supported her growth, financing trips to workshops and courses so she could sharpen her skills. In the early days, Herman's business journey was far from easy. That changed when Vladimir, an old college friend, reappeared in his life. Impressed by Herman's ideas, Vladimir began helping out, eventually becoming a trusted business partner. Their collaboration thrived, and Herman grew to depend on him completely. Life seemed ideal, a flourishing business, a loving wife, and a comfortable home. One day, Herman decided to surprise Oksana. Knowing her love for unique, handcrafted pieces, he remembered passing a small jewelry shop that specialized in custom work. After confirming they could create a one-of-a-kind item, he visited the store after work. Collaborating with skilled artisans, he designed a white gold ring set with delicate gemstones, shaped to resemble ocean waves, a tribute to the day they first met by the sea. When the ring was finished, he presented it to Oksana. She was deeply moved and began wearing it proudly alongside her wedding band. A few months later, after a long day at work, Herman came home hoping for a quiet evening. While Oksana was serving dinner, he noticed something. "Where's your ring?" he asked, confused. "I took it to the workshop," she admitted with a guilty smile. "I scratched it while sewing, so they're fixing it." Herman's brows furrowed. "If you'd told me, I could have taken it back to the jeweler who made it." His disappointment was clear. "Don't worry," she laughed lightly. "It's just a minor repair. I can handle it." The next morning, Herman rushed to catch public transport. His car was still in the shop, but a question lingered in his mind. How exactly did she scratch the ring while sewing? Then again, knowing Oksana's occasional clumsiness, it wasn't entirely unthinkable. Later that day, already late for a contract negotiation, Herman couldn't find a taxi. Just as frustration set in, he spotted Vladimir's car parked nearby. Odd, Vladimir had called in sick. Herman's curiosity spiked. As he approached, Vladimir stepped out of a store carrying a small bag. "I thought you were sick," Herman said, his tone laced with suspicion. Vladimir hesitated briefly before replying, "Feeling better now. Just needed to pick up a few things." "Right. Well, since you're here, can you give me a ride to the business center? I'm running late." During the drive, Vladimir steered the conversation toward a familiar topic, expanding the business and making their partnership official. They had discussed it before, but red tape had slowed things down. While Vladimir spoke passionately about his vision, Herman reached for a water bottle in the back seat and froze. On the floor mat, something metallic caught his eye. It was a custom-made ring. Oksana's ring. A wave of realization crashed over him. The sickness, the day off, Oksana's missing ring, everything fit together. Vladimir hadn't just been aiming for an equal stake in the business. He'd been involved with Herman's wife. Rage surged through Herman, but he stayed composed. The business was legally registered in his name, giving him complete control. That same day, he revoked Vladimir's access to company files and barred him from the office. That evening, Herman confronted Oksana. Handing her the ring, he exposed her betrayal. The color drained from her face. There was nowhere to hide. Without hesitation, he told her to leave. She packed her things, pleading for another chance, but he remained unmoved. The rest of her belongings were sent by courier, a final, deliberate act of closure. Oksana turned to Vladimir, but their relationship quickly soured. His jealousy and ambition had destroyed his business prospects, and his finances crumbled. The burden fell on Oksana, who had to support them both. The strain became too much. Eventually, she left him, moving in with a friend before filing for divorce. She later tried to reconcile with Herman, but he refused. That chapter of his life was closed. Instead, he poured his energy back into his work, focusing on the future and leaving every trace of their betrayal behind.